Yo, what is going on, my friends and family? Monday morning, the best day of the week by far. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to tell you how you can be part of the 5 to 10% of the traders who consistently make money. Very chilled out session. I got my trade running by there, so you can watch that play out as I'm literally talking to you and giving you some keys to your trading success. All right. So what is the first thing that I want to talk about? Okay. So I'm going to write down here. Okay, let me go ahead and actually make the text nice. But the first trait, right, that the trader has is that they are extremely diligent with their strategy slash system building. Okay, and let's go ahead and talk about this. Okay, let me go ahead and just make this a little bit smaller. Okie dokie. So they're extremely diligent with their trading strategy slash system building. Okay, so these guys don't make half-assed plans. Oh gosh, my nose. Sorry, guys. I got the allergies today. I'm so sorry. All right, they don't make a half-assed plan. They don't manipulate their results just so that they can win more. They simply find a consistent way to get into the markets and test that out. Every single trade has been back tested and forward tested, and every single trade has been journaled, every single trade has been annotated, and they go over their results with a fine comb to make sure that it is consistent and in line with how they would have traded in the live markets. So that's one of the ways that you can be part of the 5 to 10% is to be very diligent with when you're building a strategy. Be very honest, be very consistent. Don't worry if you're taking a lot of losses here and there. Just make sure that the approach is consistent. Do that for 30 trades, 50 trades, 100 trades. Once you feel confident, go to forward testing, and then we're going to be building our emotional control. All right. So speaking of emotional control, the second trait, right, is that they have incredible emotional control. Like, I'm not just talking about, I'm not just talking about they don't really get irritated or whatever. No, they have immense emotional control. So for example, me as a person, I'm a very emotional person, but I have to control my emotions. So nothing on the charts will phase these guys. It'll never cause them to act outside of their plan. Of course, we've got emotions, but we're not ruled by them. Does it feel nice when I get a stop loss? Absolutely not. Does it feel nice when price runs away from me and I'm not able to get an entry? Of course not. And does it feel great when I've got a TP smashed? Absolutely. But what is my actual job as a trader? Is it to think about these things? Is it to feel about these things? Nah. It's quite simply to execute my plan flawlessly day in and day out, to log my thoughts, log my trades, and see what the market has done so I can review and improve. Nothing the market will give me will cause me to act outside of my plan. So how do traders get this level of emotional control? Well, it's kind of simple. All you got to do is do a bit of introspection, and then you got to practice. So you got to be honest, find your flaws, recognize your triggers, and then it's simply about practicing that day in and day out. And one thing that I do, which maybe could help you guys, is that whenever I'm making any decisions, and this stretches to my personal life as well, is that I think, what would the most elite version of myself do? And then I just follow that. It's that simple. Okie dokie. So following on from that, they never act outside of their plan. Okay? Literally not even once. Okay? And this kind of relates to the point above, because you're not going to be able to act completely within your plan if you don't have that emotional control. All right. So look at your own trading. How does it make you feel when you see price running halfway into profit and then sharply reverses into your stop loss zone? I could probably bet money that most of you are going to feel angry, annoyed, and end up doing something that you're going to regret doing. The elite traders, they simply watch price do its thing and they do not care, because staying within their plan is more important to them than anything else. All right, and the next part that we've got is that they have prudent risk management. All right, so they're very, very diligent with their risk and they know exactly how to manage it, right? And I feel like this is a concept that many people look over. And to be fair, I myself had looked over it a great multitude of times. And if you've been blowing your accounts or you've been failing challenges and you're thinking it's the strategy, you're thinking it's your psychology, well, the thing is, it could be one of two things. Highly unlikely it's the strategy, unless it's just really bad. But it's much more likely that it's a problem with your risk management and your psychology, right? And the reason this is the case is because strategies work all the time. So long as they are not absolutely terrible, like, I mean, obviously bad, they have to actually have been tested with a decent amount of trades. But once you've got that, I am of the really strong opinion that these strategies would genuinely work if traders just manage their risk. You take a few losses, manage your risk. You go into a deep drawdown, you just got to manage your risk. You keep on going, and then you end up being able to take advantage of the really good market conditions that will come up. Okay? And guys, also, if you feel like you're in that kind of situation, then, and you say to yourself, well, I don't want to be in 5% drawdown, I don't want to be in 6% drawdown, well, then you got to just find ways to improve it. That can look like taking more out the market, or that can look like just losing less, right? But drawdown is normal, it's expected, and it's just up to you to be able to find out how you can be able to maximize your gains once the winning days come. Because, put it this way, if you're in a deep amount of drawdown, all you need is 1 or 2 trades to get out of it. That's literally what I think of. It can literally just be one good day or a bunch of good trades in a row. Boom, I'm there. Right. The next point is adaptability. Now, I think this is something, especially with some of the guys that I've taught in the past, they kind of struggle with this. And I definitely struggled with it. And I think the reason is because people just give them like not very clear answers, or they tell them stuff which it's just kind of obvious, right? So some of the questions that traders will ask is, how can I adapt to market conditions? And people might say, oh, well, you got to know how to trade a ranging market as opposed to a trending market. Bro, don't you think I already know that? Or don't you think I'm aware of that? Mate, what I'm trying to find out is my strategy going to work in the long term? Because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know how the market's going to react. So I want to know what these conditions are going to look like and how I can adapt, because it's a bit hidden. And I will agree with that. It is very hidden. And if you guys have that question, well, I'm going to answer it right now. Okay? Just imagine you're a break and retest trader like myself, and the markets have hardly been giving you those break and retests. And imagine you're a breakout trader, and the markets just haven't been giving you those fake outs. Or imagine you're a pullback trader, and the market just hasn't been giving you them pullbacks. Okay, the markets can change and adapt in a multitude of ways. The markets can change, and we got to be able to adapt in a multitude of ways, right? And the way that I personally feel that you can always adapt to different market conditions is A, having a strategy that is fluid and knows what to do when the markets are trending, ranging, and choppy, so you know when to get in, when to avoid, how to trade it, right? And B is to give yourself a constant feedback loop of information through reviews. Okay, you guys got to be reviewing what's been going on every single day, week, month. And once you've maybe reviewed after a certain period of time, maybe you want to just trade your strategy for 8 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 12 weeks, whatever you feel comfortable. Me, I like to go for 4 weeks. I say to beginners, 8 weeks is a very nice sweet spot. Do 12 weeks if you really got a lot of time and you really don't want to just rush your process, just want to be chilled. Doesn't matter. Okay. So give yourself that information, and then after you've built that data, after the period of time you've allocated yourself to trade, you will then start to be able to notice things. Okay, like, what are my entries looking like? Am I taking a lot of losses here for no reason? How could I maybe kind of change, like maybe tweak the way I'm getting into the market without totally ruining my edge? Maybe I like to go for some wick rejections after the retest. Maybe I don't need to wait for those wick rejections no more. Or maybe I just want to, maybe I could follow the same process, but instead of a break and retest, I'm going to just enter on like an instant execution after price breaks out. Because in my opinion, price is always going to break out of levels. It's just maybe how we get into the market may differ. Okay, so whatever that looks like, go ahead and do it. But you just got to be careful to not ruin your edge as you've made these tweaks. Okay, and if you guys want information on how to improve your strategy, make those tweaks without ruining your edge, I'm going to link a video in the description, which I've already made. Okay, it's a very good video. Check it out. Right? The next point is that these traders are geared towards success. Okay, now this is a bit of a broad term, but what I mean by this is that these guys are simply doing everything they can to put the odds in their favor, right, to be successful. Okay, this could look very different to different people, and your style may not be the same as someone like me, for example, but it's simply all about working on being the best version of yourself and being the best in the job that you are doing. Okay, and actively doing everything you can to reach those goals. So for myself, I do everything I can every single day to be as efficient, hardworking, smart, and organized as I possibly can be. I want to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day because it gives me more time in the day. I've got a nice routine. I pray. My brain is organized. I got a plan for the day. I got a plan for the week. And I also just focus on other areas of my life that I want to succeed in, such as fitness and sales skills. So if I'm succeeding in my daily life and I know that I'm going to be consistent and good with my trading, I know that I'm going to win in the long term, right? I manifest. I think positively. I actively work on these things. I simply do everything I can to be the best version of myself. Oh, my paper trade from Australian dollar went break even. This is a good sign for gold because I think the USD pairs are starting to pump. Let's go! Come on, I need this to break. Okie dokie, as I was saying, right? So yeah, I actively work on being the best version of myself that I can be, and I put everything in motion, right? For the success that I want to attain. I align myself. I put myself in harmony with what I want. And you don't have to do what I'm doing, right? But if you want to be part of the 5 to 10% who actually succeed, then you got to do what the 90 to 95% of traders aren't doing. And if you're not focusing on being the best version you can be, and you're not actively executing on that, then you're part of the 90%. Simple. All right. Another thing that they do is they are fulfilled. Okay, so fulfillment is a massive part of their life. Have I spelled that correctly? Yes. All right. From a lot of traders that I've seen and spoken to, this seems to be a constant factor in all of them. And I'm not just talking about the guys who go break even. I'm not talking about the guys who get one payout and then they just bugger off and we never see them again. I'm talking about the guys that are really doing this for real, that are really making money consistently, right? One of my old mentors, right, he gave me some very good advice, which I didn't really get at the time, but he basically told me that I should be looking to enjoy my days as much as I possibly can, okay, and stop worrying so much about trading. And I was like, dude, I can't not worry about it. I've been working at it for 3 years. I've been doing this. I've sacrificed all this money, yada, yada. And there was a day where it kind of just hit me, right? Because I was thinking to myself, like, bro, why is it that we, on our journey to success, will go through all of this pain, all of this graft, all of this struggle, and we cry for so many years to make this work, and we say, it's all worth it because I know I'll be successful in the future, which is admirable to have. Of course it is. But I realized, like, why am I doing that? Why am I constantly thinking about trading and what it will bring for me? And why am I suffering in my mind so much? Could I make that beautiful reality now? Sure, I don't have a boatload of money and cars, but do I really need that? No. Isn't my life truly beautiful as it currently is? And when we think like this, we start to appreciate every single day to the fullest and being very grateful for where we are and what we have. And when you do that, I promise you, there ain't going to be much that's going to faze you no more, because you're genuinely enjoying your life and you know where you're going to be going. It's not going to profit you anything by getting to where you want to get to, but you have constantly suffered and hurt yourself the entire way. Okay? And the last point, the most important point, which I always speak about, okay, is belief in their plan. Now, I'm not just talking about trading. This is probably belief in general, in business, in their life, when I talk about the plan, by the way. So, especially in trading, though, belief, in my opinion, is everything. Okay, if you don't have belief and you're in a market where your paycheck every single week or month is uncertain, how the hell are you going to fare in general? How are you going to fare when you have a losing streak? How are you going to feel confident when you go through, a massive trading slump? Belief, my friend. Sheer and total belief that your strategy works, belief that your risk management works, belief that if you followed your plan correctly and even if you lost a challenge, you can find out how to improve and you'll pass it again. Quite simply, that it does not matter what gets thrown your way, you will be able to overcome it and succeed, because deep down in your core, you are a winner. And there isn't anything that you can't do. So, if your belief is weak, how can you improve it? You can write affirmations and repeat them a lot. That will work. You can get a bit more confident in your trading by seeing it work over time. That will help. Okay. Another way that I specifically find in trading how to have a lot of confidence is kind of looking at trading from the back end and answer some very simple questions. What will happen if I execute my plan perfectly over a period. What will happen if I constantly work on myself and improve my emotional control? What is trading really all about? Isn't trading all about wins and losses? Are there going to be times I get chopped out? Are there going to be times my strategy works really well? Are there going to be times where I'll be taking losses? Are there going to be times where price will just run away from me without getting an entry? Will there be times it just seems like my plan is too good to fail, like it's been working too well? Will there be times I go break even a lot? Will there be times even after my reviews and improvements I will still take losses? But what will happen if I continuously and constantly execute my plan flawlessly, if I stick to my proven process, I don't interfere emotionally, I enjoy my days to the fullest, I review after some period of time, I manage my risk, and I work on being the best version of myself every single day? What is going to happen if I do that? And it's very difficult for me to answer that question with, you're going to fail. And there you have it. That is my piece on how to be part of the 5 to 10% and put yourself in the category of the hyper elite successful traders, because only the best survive in this game. And I promise you guys, if you focus on all these things, as I've laid out, I can't find any reasons why you would fail. Quite simply, I just can't. So if you've enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, please drop a comment, please smash that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate all of you guys. Let me know how I did. Let me know if you want more information. Any help, you guys just can leave me a comment or message me. I don't know if you can inbox on YouTube, but I'm always available for you guys. I'm here to serve you, and I hope you have a fantastic day trading, and let's hope this trade will just smash all the way up and I take a 20-hour trade. Wouldn't that be lovely to finish my Monday? I don't even need to work for the month anymore. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an absolutely amazing trading day, and I hope you guys are having the best day of your life. I'll see you soon. Take care.